I'm starting to notice a trend. Usually, when YouTube, Reddit, or Twitch does something really bad, like puts a feature that everyone hates, the journalists are talking with respect towards the company. It's like, well, I mean, YouTube did remove the dislike button, but here's the reason why it's a good thing. But when Twitter does something bad, all the journalists lose their shit. They're acting like petulant children, and it's like a failure to understand the world. All of a sudden, it's not Twitter. It's Elon Musk. Elon Musk woke up one day and he himself went into the office and took away my block button. Why is Elon doing this to me? Why can't Elon leave me alone? You know, it's interesting because like when YouTube or Twitch is banning someone, Asmongold, it's like, well, I mean, it's a private company. It can do whatever it wants. I mean, surely the private company has its own interests. And but when Twitter does it, Elon Musk again. Elon Musk, Thunderfoot, make 25 videos on Elon Musk. Here's my take. I really hate this change, though. The way Twitter worked up until now is that if you block someone, they can't see anything else you post. It just says that this user has blocked you, and that was that. Now, you could still technically have workarounds. Like, you could make a new account. You could just not log into Twitter, going in incognito, and you could still see what the person was posting. But apparently this was difficult enough for most people not to do it on a daily basis, right? So now, if you block someone, they can still see what you post, but apparently they can't engage with it. So why is this a problem? Well, it depends on the type of person you are and why you block someone. Like, if you block a deranged individual, like a stalker, or, you know, just someone that's interested in canceling you because you used the wrong pronouns or some shit, before, once they got blocked, they would just stop engaging with you because they would be like, okay, well, I actually need to go in incognito mode. That apparently that was too difficult for some people, and it actually worked. Now, they're still going to try and see what the person is posting just so that they can get outraged and keep their little schizo-parasocial thing going. For me personally, but say you're a VTuber and you want to play Hogwarts, and this causes massive derangement along the leftist crowd. Normally, you kind of see who are the ones that are most vocal about it, and you ban them, and they just move on to a different VTuber, okay? But now, if you ban them and they still see that you insist on playing the wizard game, it makes them even more deranged, and they still try to amp up the hate mob. So, like, from that perspective, I guess that is the issue. Or, you know, maybe you're not a content creator. Maybe you're just an average person, and you happen to be a nice woman with big fat tits on the internet, and you get a stalker. And you just want the stalker to leave you alone, so you ban him, right? But apparently, they can still see what you're posting, and they can still stalk and lust over your beautiful images with plump tits. So overall, you know, it's not a huge change, but I think it's still significant enough in order to encourage the schizo behavior. Because, like, the block button was pretty much like the thing where some people would use in order to get rid of trolls and to get rid of people that are inconveniencing them. Now, I said this since I started my channel back in 2016 that I actually have nothing against the block button. I don't consider that it's a free speech issue. I did have something against the report button, especially if you're reporting people for stuff that's not illegal. That was the problem because you're getting the person banned from the platform. But simply blocking and just refusing to engage with someone, like, you can literally do that on the street. If the president himself walks up to you and wants to spark a conversation and you have absolutely no interest in it, it is your right to just turn around and quote-unquote block him, refuse to talk or engage with them. So, yeah, I don't see this as a violation of free speech or anything like that. You are not forced to engage with people you don't like. And the system was designed in such a way to have people get the hint and to try to stop engaging with you as well. So this new change, yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit worse. But I can see why Musk wants to do it. He wants to do it because he wants to farm engagement, right? Like, despite what you believe, he actually enjoys the left and the right going at each other in the culture war, because this generates retweets, it generates likes, it generates engagement. So basically, you know, again, during the Wizards game scenario, you have a VTuber, they want to play the Wizards game, they're getting harassed. People are doxing them, people are threatening them, people are like, oh my goodness, look what this VTuber is doing. So they decide to block everyone. But now those people can still take screenshots. They can still take, look, she still insists on playing the game. She still does it, right? A situation with Asmongold right now. He has the bad take over Palestine, the take which is not allowed on Twitch, right? He chooses not to get a terrorist on his stream like other honorable Twitch members like Hassan Piker. So instead he has bad takes. Now there are people that wish him ill. There are people that will try to troll him. There are people that will try to go into his Twitter just to be antagonistic, chicky little shits. And normally, if you were to ban them, then they stop engaging with Asmongold, right? Like, they just don't see what he is tweeting anymore, so it's kind of like, okay, well, let's move to a different target. But if they still get to see what he is tweeting, well, they're going to keep on the conversation going. And I guess, like, it's in the hopes that Asmongold will see, oh, this is what he says about me behind the block list, let me unblock him so I can give a response. So from Elon Musk's point of view, like, this is why it's being done. It's to generate engagement, it's to generate traffic so that he can show the advertisers, look how popular my platform is, look how many people are talking. Like, you need to disregard the ADL and just support my platform and advertise here because many people will see it. So this is what I think. Again, it's actually fascinating because, like, right now, if you get blocked by someone, you can still see what they're tweeting, but, like, so many people choose not to. It's insane. I'm genuinely curious if this will actually work the way Elon Musk wants it. And you will have people that will persevere after getting blocked. So apparently, those benefits are largely being thrown out the window because the main charge can't stand the thought of people talk. Yeah, I love another thing that the journalists are doing. Like, literally every single decision that Elon Musk does, like, they're thinking like he's this petulant child and makes these changes to his platform just to benefit him. When in reality, if he wanted to, I think like Zuckerberg was like that. You can't block him on Facebook. But again, look at this journalistic analysis. Like, someone is actually paid in order to write these dumb takes. Because the man in charge, again, leftists like doing this, like they like mind reading and knowing what people think about, because the man in charge can't stand the thought of people talking about him behind his back. Like, how can you say something so insane? He is literally the CEO of Twitter. Like, he can actually see what's in your DMs. He can see everything you post there if he wants to. There's nothing stopping him. So if this was the reason that, you know, people are blocking Elon Musk and he just wants to know what people are talking behind his back, he could just make it so that when he logs into his account, he can see past the block. And I'm pretty sure that this is actually a thing. I am pretty sure that Elon Musk can actually bypass the block on Twitter. So you can block him and he can still tweet at you. I know that this may be the case because this happened on Twitch. Like, there was some content creator which blocked the Twitch admin, and then the Twitch admin still showed that even behind the block, he can still type. And this was, like, some controversy that happened. But again, like, the journalists are fucking deranged. Even when I agree with them that the new change is bad, they still have to be such obnoxious, chicky little shits that it's very difficult for me to be on the same side with them. I'm reconsidering. You know what? Best change ever. I love the new change. I hope that other social media platforms apply the same block change that Elon Musk did. It's a genius change. I don't know how he thought about it. Clearly, the man is a visionary. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.